think there's a double reality. One side of this reality is that our Chancellor has gone to Turkey 5 times within 5 months, which is unique. And she has done so because she has a vivid interest in dealing with this government and in making the agreement on refugees work. But then, of course, we have a lot of tension as well, especially following the decision in our Bundestag the other day on the Armenian genocide. And now Turkey is trying to pressure Germany and also to punish Germany for this vote. So it's a reality that is conflicting, I would say. She expects a relationship that is based on mutual interest. In Chancellor Merkel's understanding, the agreement on refugees is not only in the interest of Europe and of Germany especially, but also in the interest of the Turkish government, because it's a way of assuring control over their own territory. And it's also a way of becoming less attractive to refugees who all travel to Turkey first before they go into Europe. So if the road to Europe is closed, for many Afghan people it makes no sense any longer to try reaching Turkey. So the basic understanding here is it's an agreement that is stable or could be stable because it's in the interest of both sides. Formally, she is negotiating in the name of Europe. But of course, when you look at how it all started, it's been from the very beginning, so since September last year, a project of the European Commission, of Jean-Claude Juncker and of Angela Merkel. And all the decisions have been taken without consulting first the European partners. The reason was that Germany had this massive influx of 1 million refugees, and that we needed to act. And we also knew that most of our neighbors had different priorities. But it's a way in Europe you can only go for a certain time, because in the end it all becomes a communal policy, and it needs to be a communal policy to work. So one of the difficult things that the current government has to cope with is not to lose its partners, especially France, which has a totally different outlook on this crisis. And now it's a question which decides about whether the implementation of this agreement will be successful in the long run, not just in the short run. When you look at it from today's perspective, it looks as something that works without any risk, because nobody is coming any longer to the Greek islands, more or less. But then, of course, it will only work if we have an agreement on visa-free travel for Turks. And the problem here for Germany is that we have a population of 3 million people of Turkish origin in Germany. Half of them are Germans by nationality, but the other half is still Turkish by nationality. So when we have visa-free travel, where will the Turks go? Of course, they will go to Germany. And when we have a situation in the southeast of Turkey where people are being forced out of their homes, where entire cities are being destroyed, there is a risk that they will flee from Turkey, so that the next wave of refugees will not come through Turkey, but come from Turkey to Germany. And that is the reason why also for the German government it's important to get assurances, real assurances from the Turkish government that it will change its policies. Because if everything stays as it is, there's a risk to have another refugee crisis via a mechanism that was meant to prevent it.